know, a side part is gonna do it for me every single time. Good guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's ZeeXOnline here, and as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, today we are going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you guys can get more beauty and chit chatty and just like talking content in general. I'm definitely getting into my bag this year, guys, so definitely get to know, get to be a part, get to be involved in the ZX family chat. Today the video is done in collaboration with WOWAFRICAN Hair. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this beautiful wig, guys. I'm literally obsessed with it. I've worn this wig so many times. I'm sure you guys have seen me wear it in a couple of my vlogs, so if you guys don't already have your hands on it, get your hands on it after you guys watch this video. You'll see how I install it, and while we are installing, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of different things, basically just giving you guys a life update on what I've been up to, what are my goals for this year, just like everything that's kind of going on with my life right now. So I hope you guys are excited for that. If you guys are, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to comment as you guys are watching the video. Let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are on the different topics, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Okay? Okay. I know I've been away. I'm just trying to get my paper straight. I'm just trying to get my... Guys, what are the odds that I'm listening to that song when the video starts? Because you know I've been away. This is the wig, guys. I think it's 24 inches. It's a really great length. I curled it already, as you guys can see, guys. I quite literally just don't have the energy to curl on camera anymore. My arms child and I cannot do it. But it is a 13x6, as you can see, so there is so much parting space there for you. Then it's got this nice little elastic band. Guys, I'm obsessed with this wig. The quality is literally insane. So what I'm gonna start off by doing is just adding some of this powder. This is the Espresso Maybelline powder. I'm gonna put that where the lace is, and more specifically where it's gonna show on me, just so that it blends with my skin gel. Okay, so now our wig is prepped. I'm gonna go ahead and get into just slicking back my edges. I'm not gonna be wearing a wig cap underneath, just because, guys, like, it's hot. Wig caps are not the wave right now for me anyways. If you want to do that, go ahead and do it, but as for me and my household, I ain't doing it. And mostly, guys, these days I'm not even able to keep a wig on for longer than like a day or two, because it's just too hot, guys. It's too freaking hot. Like, I can't manage. I'm not doing well. But guys, let's start this video off with me just letting you guys know how I'm doing. A lot of you guys just like, Zama, how are you? What's been going on? Like, what are the vibes? And what I will say is, right now my emotional check-in is I'm doing okay. I won't say I'm doing good, I'm not doing bad, I'm just doing okay, you know, taking things day by day and just really getting ready for a lot of change that's happening in my life right now. I don't know if you guys will know, I did mention at the end of last year, but I am going to be moving. So that is something that has taken up majority of my time since I got back from Cape Town. I've just kind of been looking for a place to stay, which, guys, right now the rental situation in Johannesburg is bad. Let me just tell you, because the effort and the admin I've been going through to get to a place that I like, and most of the places, like, I just didn't like. It's not even like I had a bunch of things and it's a matter of anything else besides the fact that the apartments just aren't giving. They just are not giving the way that they gave when I was looking for my little 1-bedroom. But I finally found a place, and that just is like so exciting to move into a new place, into a new area. Obviously, you guys will know that I absolutely love the area that I'm staying in right now, but I just couldn't find a place that was suited for me in this area. So I kind of just had to make the decision to be like, you know what? Maybe this is just your call to move. You just have to be in a new space, a new environment. And so, you know what, I'm just taking that as what it is, and I'm pretty excited just to be try something new for the new year. You know what I'm saying? Change is scary but important, so I'm excited. I'm really considering if I need to glue this down today, because I just don't want to do it, considering the last 2 wigs that I've put on, guys, they didn't make it past day 2. I took them off the following day, so I'm thinking maybe let me just put on some of this for the front, and then I will glue down, I'll glue down the sides, I think. But yeah, guys, like all the scary stuff aside, it's an exciting time in my life, and I'm excited to sort of get into I say this every single year, but like I feel like this year I really have felt a pull to really be in my quiet girl era. But not even quiet in the sense that I won't be talking, but just in a space where I'm way more removed from a lot of things, and I can really give myself space to listen to myself. I feel like I never give myself that, or if I do, it's for very like short-lived amounts of time. I feel like right now I'm in a space where I really feel like I need to really hear my voice. I need to hear the voice of God, and especially while I'm going through this change, to just sort of guide me in the right direction. Moving a little bit further out from the hustle and the bustle, but I've just decided this year that, you know what, being further away is not going to be a bad thing, specifically now because I have my baby Grace. So honestly, it's just going to make me a little bit more cognizant about going specific places, doing specific things, and a little bit more intentional about where I spend my time and what I spend my time doing. So yeah, man, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I'm also guys, because I'm moving into a bigger place, which is so exciting. It's like my first like real big girl apartment, I think. And what's also like just been really great about it, and has really sort of set the tone and kind of made my is that for the first time I really applied for this apartment, and like on my own. Usually my mom would be applying with me because of the fact that I had literally no credit, and I had no credit. Didn't have pay slips because I wasn't operating as a company at the time. So I was just like, how am I gonna do this? So I would just ask my mom to do it, because I was just like, dude, I don't want to go through the back and forth with the people. I just want to like get this apartment and bounce. But this year I actually was able to I just applied, and I was like, you know what, let me just do it on my own. I've been doing what I need to do this year, so this past year, so let me just apply on my own. And they approved me for the apartment, which is, oh my goodness, the biggest like, that's so exciting. What a great way to start off my year. Just a reminder that I'm capable, that what I've been doing is like doing what it needs to be doing, and that 2023 is going to be an amazing freaking year. You know, it's going to be a great year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, stay tuned for the moving vlogs. Net, it's about to go up. It's about to be up. It's about to go up. Also now it's just so much better because I'm moving with furniture, whereas before I wasn't moving with that much. I was kind of starting from A. Now I don't have to start from A, which is great. But guys, that aside, let's move on to some of the other topics. You guys sort of asked how did I feel like I achieved my goals for 2022, and sort of what my biggest achievements were for the year of 2022. How do I feel about how the year went? So what I will say is actually, guys, I can't tell you if I enjoyed last year or if I was just like, I don't know, like I literally can't tell you. Like last year I achieved some of my goals, like really big goals that I set for myself. I bought myself a car last year, which is a little bit insane. I low-key don't feel like even till this day I've actually deeped it, that I actually bought that car with my hard-earned 𝐔𝐬𝐿. But I bought that car last year. I did that. I worked with a lot of brands that like really I enjoyed working with, big campaigns. I don't know, man, I enjoyed it. I really loved it. But I feel like also last year was incredibly busy, so it kind of didn't leave me enough room I didn't have a second to breathe. I feel like a lot was happening last year. Went overseas, cousins' weddings. I was in and out of the Eastern Cape. Like as soon as one thing happened, like right after I got the car, I went to the Eastern Cape, like straight after. There was so many things happening. I don't want to lie. Like I do feel like I just didn't get a second to breathe. So I feel like 2023 is my second to breathe. It's honestly just a second to breathe. It's a second to mull over what's been happening in my life, and really just to sit and touch base with myself and reflect on the good things, the bad things, and all of all of the wholesome stuff that a lot of the time I feel like we don't get to do as people, in the sense that life in general is just very fast, so we don't get a second to just kind of sit and think about things, which is kind of really important to do, because then life just passes you by and you never take in moments, you never reflect on situations, you just are a person who just keeps going, and that's personally not how I'd like to live my life, but it's definitely how I lived it last year. Let me just say that. Let's brush out these curls. I really don't know how these curls are gonna look. They're giving me anxiety right now, but don't worry, we'll fix it. But yeah, guys, that's kind of how I felt about that. Like, honestly, it was very go, rush. First thing, next thing, let's just keep going. No second to reflect. And I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating it this year. I'm so sorry. It's not gonna happen. Someone asked me 3 words I would use to describe 2022, which I thought was a cute little exercise for myself to do. And I would say, you see, I never like wear this hair in the middle part. I always prefer the side. I just feel like one side of my curls, not even just this hair, I just feel like curls in general, one side of my curls is always better than the other. And then I'm just like, you know what? Let's just use one side as the blueprint here and just make it a side part. Okay, 3 words to describe 2022. I will say 1 is gonna definitely be gratitude. I feel like last year a lot of amazing things happened for me. I just feel like last year God really just showed himself in a way that like I didn't expect. Great things were happening for me, and I just felt really grateful, and not just for me, for my family as well. I feel like it was a good year for us in general. Like at the end of the year, we ended it on such a high note with my brother having his mgidi, and God really protected him throughout that whole phase in his life. Made a way, man. He made a way. And yeah, the end of last year was just such like a for me, because it just showed back, you know, one thing about God, he restores. But yeah, so I would say gratitude is my first word. Second word, I think I'm gonna use growth. Like last year was the year of growth. Even though like last year taught me a lot of different things about myself, it taught me a lot about other people. It just taught me to also like have more moments with myself. As I mentioned, that this year I'm really trying to tap into that, more moments with myself to really understand how I feel, because sometimes I feel like I'm very reactive, I'm very impulsive, or whatever the case is. And when I sit and think about things a little bit longer, I really am able to understand myself a lot more. I just really feel like I grew a lot. I understand the places that I need to work on, all the things that I need to work on in 2023. I just feel like also self-growth is like a lifelong thing. I'm never gonna get to a place where I'm like fully perfect. I'm gonna stay a flawed human being. However, each year I'm being better and getting better, as we all are. So I love that for me. The last word I'm gonna use though is chaos. Last year was so freaking chaotic. Like so much shit was happening, and not even shit like in a bad way, but shit, a lot of stuff was just fucking happening like all the time. There was always something freaking happening and nobody got a second to breathe. So chaos, chaotic, boy. Like even when I think back to last year, the fact that all of that shit happened in 1 year is actually a little bit ridiculous. So less chaos in 2023, but I don't want shit. Well, you know what, let me not say that, because you know what? I wouldn't be mad at being busy again. I wouldn't be angry at it, because one thing about business is 𝐖𝐸𝐿. But just going back to things that I was kind of realizing about myself, specifically how I also am perceived on social media, it's just like people think I'm this very like hard, don't give a fuck about anything and anyone and whatever the case is, things that have people think about me that I notice, and not even in a negative way. Sometimes it'll just be like, oh, but we don't give a shit about this, or nah. I'm just like, you know what? Obviously, you know, I am a very loud personality. I say a lot of things. I make a lot of bold statements. But I also think because I'm not as vulnerable on social media about some of the things that I actually go through and have been through in my life, that's what also gives people more of that view of me. Because I'm always the babe who's joking, who's laughing, who's saying they don't give a shit about niggas, you don't give a shit about anything, why the fuck are you going back to that nigga? And I stand beside that and I stand by that. I'm not wrong. But in the same breath, like, I'm a very multifaceted and layered person. I'm not a person who, there's not only one side to me, there's not only one like way of life for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm multifaceted and I only show a certain side of myself on social media. The side that is more so on the entertaining side, the side that is more loud, you know, all of that stuff, which is valid as well, because I've always felt like people take advantage of people who are vulnerable on these platforms. Like, people come and share the deepest, darkest parts of themselves on here and people take it for a joke. And that's always what's just been really hard for me when it came to being vulnerable on social media. Like, I just didn't want to come on here and share something super personal and then the next day zingam and people are bringing up my personal business as a jab or bringing it up as a bone or something rude. So I was just like, you know what, let me just stick this thing to makeup, to dilemmas, to vlogs, and keep it pushing. But I really have felt the urge this year to just be a lot more vulnerable on my social media platforms, to just speak more to you guys, to speak more. That's like my biggest thing. One thing I noticed about myself is like I don't speak as much as I used to. Not like chit chats even aside, in my vlogs, I'm putting a lot of music over parts where I'm just sharing my thoughts, my opinions, my just like stuff that I'm thinking about, and I'll just like put music over it or just cut it out of the vlogs. I'm just like, ugh, too much talking, people's getting too much into my mind, too many thoughts. You guys know that that meme video that you guys made of me from that other vlog. Too many thoughts, too many this, too many that. Like, let's cut that out. But really and truly, I feel like that's the true essence of when people get to know you, when they get to get a glimpse into your brain. How do you think? What things, do you think about? What, not necessarily to say discourse, but what things, like, I don't know, capture your interest? What are you going through in your personal life? And that's not to overshare, because I also don't ever want to get to a place where I'm oversharing on here. That also just gives me the ick, because shame. I don't want to act tough. So that's my thing, is I just want to share more. I don't want to necessarily say open up more, but just share more of my personal experiences, things that I'm going through in my current life, because I feel like things might tend to look all scrumdiddly yum all the time, and they're not. I go through some real shit like everybody else. I don't know why it's hard for people to understand that. I don't know, it's still a very tricky one, and still something I'm still trying to like talk to myself and have a conversation with myself and the people around me about how I'm really gonna go about it. Because son, I don't really want that for myself. That's what I really would hate, and would hate for it to be a situation where I made that situation for myself. Like, I created it for myself by sharing. That is something that I really just don't want. So it's really gonna take a lot of prayer, a lot of discernment to understand. Yeah, guys, I'm doing the side part. This is not giving what it was supposed to give, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. Also, guys, this hair is so soft. I literally am gagging. And a side part is gonna do it for me every single time. Anyways, guys, back to the actual content in this video. I'm just putting some serum on my hair because, as you can see, she fluffed out quite a bit after I combed it with that comb. I really don't think I like the curling wand that I used with this hair, but I keep using it, so clearly I'm in a chokehold. But like, why do I keep using it when it keeps giving me the same result? And that result is not as nice as my smaller barrel, but my smaller barrel takes about 5 business years to to curl my hair, so I just don't have the time for that. Another thing that I came out of 2022 with is just generally, I felt like last year, for the first time in a very long time, I felt like this different sense of confidence that I've just never experienced before. I feel like in general, yes, I'm a pretty confident person, but last year, guys, and I think it had a lot to do with me really investing into myself in the sense of investing into a personal trainer, really feeling good, looking good. And it's not even to say that I was at my smallest or at my, you know, goal weight, or like I did anything super drastic, but I just really felt like working on myself gave me something that I really can't describe. It goes back to keeping the promises that you make to yourself, and that is just makes you, I don't know, like you really feel like you can tackle anything, where it's like, I am able to say I'm going to do something and stick to my word. Like sticking to your word, specifically a word you keep to yourself, because really and truly, like no one knows the things that you say to yourself and the things you promise yourself in your own quiet time. So being able to do that for myself last year was just something different. Like I won't even lie, I felt so good in how I looked. Obviously there's still a lot of things that I'd like to change. Well, not a lot of things, but there are still things that I'd like to change, and all in due time type of thing. But wow, like last year I was in my feeling myself era, and I was like, okay girl, good for you, like literally amazing for you. Like it was something else. I feel like maybe it also just something that comes with growing older, which is also quite valid. I feel like the older you get, the less like silly things and, you know, things that are out of your control, I feel like you come to terms with them a little bit more. Not to say that I'm like super old and I know everything, because I'm only 25, but I do feel like out of all the years of my life, last year was just, it felt different. It just felt like, wow, Zama, you really coming into yourself, and you really just like fucking with yourself, like heavy. And that's how it should be for all of us, really and truly. That's how it should be. Like be so happy with the person that you are and the skin that you're in. And I feel like it really radiates. I feel like people also picked up on it, like, girl, slay. And I was like, thanks. You know, you get to a point where you're like, thanks. You don't have to be like, oh, not really. No, you're like, thanks. Like, shout out. Thank you for noticing something in me and like saying it, you know, something that I've been working on, and you actually acknowledging it is like, thank you. It's obviously radiating from the outside, from the inside out rather. Somebody also asked me in one of my questions, which is a question that I really had to think about. They asked me, do I feel like I overshared last year? Like, do I feel like I just said too much? To be honest, I always feel like I do when things that I say, people come back and bring it to me, but in a negative light. I don't know if that makes sense. Like if I've shared, oh my gosh, I haven't had this is obviously a lie, guys, but if I say something like, oh, I'm having a really bad, like I haven't had a great relationship with my siblings, which I have a great relationship with my siblings, if they're watching this, please. If I say that and then something happens and people are like, that's why she doesn't have a good relationship with the siblings. You see that right there? That's where the danger is for me. Like that will literally make me shut up for the rest of my life. Like you'll never hear from me again. So yeah, it's like times like that when I feel like things that I've said, people will come back, trolls obviously, but come back and say things like that are super mean, and using the back of that, of what I've shared in a very vulnerable way, and will be like, yeah, well, that's the reason why XYZ, you know? So when those things happen, I feel like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that, and I probably will never say anything like that again. But then at the same breath, it's like you can't base your life off of that one person who's gonna say something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know kind of what you sharing something for somebody who might think that you have it all figured out, and you kind of share something personal or a struggle or a challenge that you've gone through, and now someone's like, you know what, I can do this because so and so has been through the same thing as me and she got through it, type of thing. I feel like I thrive off content like that a lot, like just feeling really represented by someone that I'm following, or just like feeling like they understand what I'm going through, because you already feel like you relate to people so much just off the back of watching their content, and they like the same things as you and whatever. So to also understand that they're also going through a lot of the things that you're going through is really important. So I don't feel like I go back to answer the question and say I don't feel like I overshared last year. I feel like I was definitely getting the ball rolling for what I'm trying to do in the new year. So I've gotten a little bit more comfortable. I feel like more than anything else though, guys, if you guys are following me on TikTok, like I think there is where I'll really be able to get into my real, I don't want to say real self, but like really get into the crux of a lot of things. Even though TikTok is very, I think it's different because of the sense, or because of the fact that on TikTok you're kind of forced to see people's content on the For You page, whether you subscribe to them or not. It's like by force that you see the content, whereas on YouTube it's a lot more of a safe space because it's a safe space because of the fact that people quite literally sign up to see you. Like if there's haters on your page, they've made the effort to go out of their way and leave hate on your page because you didn't have to be here. Like you literally didn't have to be here. You literally chose to be here. You had to search my name or you had to see me on a recommended list and click on my video. Whereas For You page, you're gonna see the space, whether you wanna see it or not. But either way, I've just felt, I don't know, because I don't have as many followers on there or whatever the case may be, that I just feel like I wanna share more on TikTok. And also I think me going off Twitter I've been off Twitter for majority of this month. Being off Twitter has obviously led me to divulge more into my TikTok era, and with that I just feel like I've really tapped back into, you know, I want to say like 2016 2017 ZX, who was like obsessed with beauty. Like right now I'm in my obsessed with beauty era. I want to try everything, I love everything. I just have like this renewed strength, like seeing the new TikTok beauty gurus doing their thing. I like sit and watch their stuff and I'm this is so amazing, like you're doing so well. So if you want to catch me on TikTok. But what I was saying in relation to the vulnerability is like being on there is probably a little bit easier for me just because I have a lot less of a following, and maybe when I get back to having more of a following, obviously things will get a bit better on the tricky side again for me. But yeah, follow me on TikTok. I think there is just like given me another platform to sort of use a creative outlet and post more of the things that I would have loved to post on YouTube or on Instagram, but I just haven't felt it be that much of a safer space, probably because of amehlo ndine nerves. I'm like, guys, I'm doing nerves. So yeah, but I definitely will make an effort to do more on my YouTube as well, more in the vlogs, so that you guys just get a better sense of me, the season that I'm in my life, and sort of the things that I tend to go through. But sure guys, this is the final look. These are like super nice, fluffy, I want to say like Hollywood glam style curls. I'm literally obsessed. So nice. As you guys can see, hair curls beautifully. It isn't a body wave texture, so it's what we expected. But baby, I've literally had this year, guys, for so many months. I literally am obsessed. The quality of Wow African hair wigs is unmatched. Like literally, I've never had a bad wig from them. And so I love the fact that they're consistent. It's not like it's just this texture or just this wig. It's all their wigs. They freaking bomb. Like they know what they're doing. I'm gonna be doing my makeup for TikTok. I won't show you guys the process of me doing it in this video. So if you guys want to see how I get the makeup look that I'm gonna have in the beginning and the end of this video, go and watch my TikTok because you'll get a full situation of what I've been doing. I've been loving doing my makeup for TikTok and just talking to you guys and chatting to you guys there. So definitely, if you're not already, follow me on TikTok. It's like the only like reasonable thing to do is to follow me there. See you guys though in the next clip. Alrighty guys, this is the finished look. As you guys can see, scrum dilly yum yum. Guys, definitely go and check out the video that I did showing you guys how to do this makeup as well. But I'm loving this hair. The curls have definitely dropped quite a bit, but I'm not mad at it. It's still giving that really soft wave that I'm absolutely obsessed with. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoyed chatting with me. And if you did, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to comment what your favorite part of this video is. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.